In this video I'm going to show you guys my 100% shiny collection, or better known as Shundo. Right now my Shundo count is on, let's see, shiny and 4 stars. Okay, so I'm currently at Citadel Park and I got my very first Shundo at Leopoldskazerne, which is next to the Citadel Park. So let's go there. Okay, so where do I start? This happened in 2018. Ho-Oh and Lugia were back in raids for a limited of time. Yes, I know, they've been back many times, but this was actually the first time. Both could be shiny, so that was pretty hype. I'm not a big raider, but for Ho-Oh, I really wanted to go hard. Ho-Oh is one of my all-time favorite Pokemon. When I was a kid, I was often drawing one, and I really liked the shiny version. When we arrived at the Ho-Oh raid at Leopoldskazerne, there were luckily a few cars arriving too, so it wasn't only us. Ho-Oh went down real fast, and at the moment I saw the CP, I noticed I had a hundo. I started freaking out, but I was really nervous and really anxious that I would not catch it because of my new phone and because I still had to learn how to throw properly with it. I started recording the reward screen as I obviously wanted to share it with you guys on Twitter. As I claimed the raid reward, I noticed it shiny and I started freaking out even more. I hopped off my bike seat so I could catch it more comfortably. While doing that and while being hyped as hell, my charging cable got stuck on my bike and I accidentally dropped my phone on the ground. I obviously managed to catch it on the first ball because it was shiny, so that was a huge relief. My phone was luckily not cracked, it was only the case that was damaged. So to this day I still use the same phone case, and as you can see it's pretty damaged because of the crack, but also because of using it every day. I have bought a new one, the same one, but I like using this one for grinding. So yeah, this was one of the best moments, if not the best moment in my Pokemon Go journey. Catching my very first Shundo while smashing my phone. Speaking of smashing, smash that like button and on to the next Shundo. This one I remember very well. Clamperl just got released in the game as a quest day. The quest day before that was Vivas, which was an already released Pokemon back then, but had a quest day to release its shiny version. So for some reason with Clamperl, we assumed that it could not be shiny because it was a new Pokemon, so I wasn't really hyped for that. Although I was happy to be able to grind a lot of quests. The goal was to get hundos, or just to get as many Clamperls as possible to trade 10 with friends in order to get a hundo. So the event just started and Anne said she had a shiny. I didn't believe her because I thought she was trolling, because I thought the shiny was not released yet. But then she showed me the shiny and I couldn't believe my eyes. She in fact got a shiny Clamperl. Niantic released a new Pokemon and it was available in its shiny form right away. My mind was blown and the grind game was on to get a good shiny. 5 minutes before the end of the event, I arrived at the Koter. Since I wasn't really prepared for this event, I didn't know the CP of a hundo. 2 minutes later, I suddenly got a very high CP shiny. And I didn't know if it was a Shundo, but I decided to record it anyways in case it was a Shundo. And in fact, it turned out to be a Shundo. I got a Shundo Clamperl. I was really happy with it. The moment of appraising a Shundo before even knowing that it's a Shundo is really amazing. I was doubting whether to evolve it or not, as the evolved form is random 50-50 in between Goreby's and Huntail. And as I didn't want it to turn into something that I didn't like, I didn't evolve it. So yeah, this is my level 40 Shundo Clamperl. And like I said, to this date I still have not evolved it. I'm hoping to max it to level 50 one day. Yeah, this was how I managed to get my second Shundo. Yeah, let's go to the next location. It was Lotad Quest Day. The event lasted for 12 hours instead of the 3 hours we were used to. Anne didn't feel like grinding Lotad quests for more than 3 hours. And to be honest, I didn't care much about Lotad either, as I already had 3 hundos in my bag. When I look back at it, it actually sounds silly, because if Niantic would do an event like this again in the future, I would grind the shit out of it to get a hundo. because during these kind of events the odds of getting a Shundo is actually very high. So it's just a matter of doing a lot of quests until hitting the RNG jackpot and get a Shundo. Anyways, during this event, Shiny Castform, the regular form, was also released. Anyone who played this event knows how crazy boosted Castform was. At first everyone seemed to be hyped because it was a new released Shiny, but by the time the event was over, you literally had more Shiny Castform than you had Shiny Lotad. It was crazy, and I only played 3 hours of it. And because I only played 3 hours of it, I wanted to do my very best to do as many quests as possible. Suddenly I saw a local report a Hundo Castform. First I was like, meh, I don't really care. I want to grind quests because it's not efficient. But then when I checked the location, I noticed that I was very close. It was literally the gym that I was just coming from. So I was like, well, I might as well go check. And yeah, so as I tap on it, boom, Shundo Castform. Probably one of the most useless and least satisfying Shundos that there are, but I was pretty damn happy. Yeah, so it's starting to rain, so I'm gonna try to finish my story real quick. So yeah, after getting this Shundo, I didn't really care much about not getting a Shundo Lotad. So a few weeks ago, Shiny Rainy Castform was released, and because of this, I managed to grind a lot of Excel candy because Castform was spawning crazy. And suddenly, it started to rain really heavily. So this is my max Shiny Castform, but as you can see it's starting to rain, so I'm gonna finish this video. So yeah, it kind of stopped raining, and as you can see I'm soaked, but whatever. This was a different type of video than you guys are used to, so please let me know in the comments below if you want to see more videos like this. And of course this was not my entire collection, but I will cover my other Shundos in the next video. If you enjoyed watching this video, then make sure to subscribe. It's totally free and it helps me out a lot. Thanks for the support, and I hope to see you soon. And if you want to follow me daily, then make sure to follow me on Twitter. And that's all. I'm now gonna go home and take a hot shower. Bye! Okay, so I'm currently at Citadel Park and I caught my very first Shundo at Leopoldskazerne, which is next to...
Oh my god.
Okay.